2 billion people worldwide are outside of the banking system today, limiting many to a state of poverty and discouragement. This is a major problem in the world today. However, challenging times are also the most powerful times, as they make us creative, searching for newer and better solutions. The current banking system was developed over 60 years ago, but newborn ideas and innovative technology has opened the door to a financial evolution that holds the power to transform our entire world. The money we use today is called fiat currency. The term came out of the idea that a claim check or a dollar was backed up by gold.
I direct the Secretary of Commerce to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
This changed in the 70s when the U.S. government canceled the direct convertibility of the U.S. dollar to gold. No fiat currency has ever retained its value over time, and the principle is easy. Every time the central bank prints more currency, the currency we have in our pockets loses its value and is called inflation. After years of inflation, overloaded markets, and irresponsible, unregulated financial management, the consequences were huge and finally led to the financial crisis of 2008. A crisis that was also the beginning of a great financial evolution. Cryptocurrency was born. The idea of cryptocurrency was to create a new currency that was free from inflation and based on the same principles as gold, where supply and demand is creating the value. An idea based on the perks of technological advancement that could provide us much faster, cheaper, and more secure transactions. Since then, a lot has happened, and around a decade later, cryptocurrency has started to impact our entire world.
Do you think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually?
Well, I think it is working, and there will be other currencies like it that may be even better.
It's legally seen as a commodity in the United States, while in the European Union, it's classified as an asset. Today, all major banks have realized the impact this type of currency will have on our monetary system, and banks around the world are now looking for innovative ways to implement cryptocurrency and the underlying technology, the blockchain, in the existing banking system. Cryptocurrency is still a new concept to a lot of people, but the innovation is becoming an accepted new form of money, just in a digital form. However, it is the underlying technology, the blockchain, that holds the power to transform not only our monetary system, but the whole way we operate in society today. Not many people believed in the internet 30 years ago. Today, around 40% of the world's population is connected to the World Wide Web. In 1995, it was less than 1%. What made the internet so successful was that it was open for anyone, and we could start sending information instantaneously worldwide. The blockchain, on the other hand, is the internet of value, and it gives us the ability to transmit not information, but value in the blink of an eye worldwide. The internet is a communications protocol, while the blockchain is a protocol for value exchange. The blockchain technology, the foundation of cryptocurrency, is right now being implemented in most areas of society. The stock market, in sales records, in contract processing, and of course, within the financial sector of payments and transactions, to name a few examples. The new era of finances that you are about to discover is the second generation of internet and the blockchain. Cryptocurrency, the future of funds, is about to revolutionize the economy as we know it today. Bitcoin had an incredible increase of value from 2009 till the end of 2013. The price of a single Bitcoin went from $0.1 to over $1,100, and many people worldwide made a fortune. At the same time, many missed out on the opportunity because they lacked information, but also the skepticism cryptocurrency initially was looked upon with. The pioneers soon showed that there was plenty of room for improvement in the future, and with the development of new cryptocurrencies, it has opened the door for a much safer and more friendly cryptocurrency. OneCoin. The founder of OneCoin, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, has a solid background in finance, with a master's degree in economy and a PhD in law. She's a former associate partner at McKinsey, managing clients such as Allianz, Sberbank, UniCredit, and other large financial institutions. Dr. Ruja also consulted other cryptocurrencies and quickly became one of the most knowledgeable persons on the topic, an expert. She clearly saw the huge potential of creating a new, innovative, more secure and accessible cryptocurrency and started to make great improvements for the future. Based on a solid strategy for global expansion applicable for everyone through the cryptocurrency OneCoin. The global distribution of educational materials on cryptocurrency and the introduction to OneCoin started in September 2014 through the principle of membership per invitation only, and the company has, as a result of great leadership, already reached out to millions of people in over 195 countries around the world. The OneLife network is, from the 11th of June 2016, the official company distributing educational packages that gives education on cryptocurrency and finance. The members can also receive promotional tokens, which can be submitted to mine OneCoins. During the first operative year, the turnover was €1 billion, and only 3 months later, it reached the €2 billion mark. With approximately a decade down the road, there are many cryptocurrencies on the market today, and there are a few things most of them have in common. First of all, they are decentralized, which makes the market scattered and not openly accepted everywhere. They are designed for people with high-tech and software intelligence speculators or professional traders. They rely on unstable external factors, which makes the market itself unstable. They are mainly focusing on public trading, making them speculative, closing the doors for the mass population. They allow you to make anonymous transactions and are therefore impossible to track, inviting possible illegal misuse. They are difficult to integrate into today's economical system. So what makes OneCoin different? OneCoin is designed to be initially centralized but not government-owned, which makes it possible to control the growth and integrate OneCoin in today's monetary system. Built on a business strategy creating a strong brand and a stable market globally without high volatility. Traceable and protected with a Know Your Customer policy known as KYC, which takes cryptocurrency to a whole new level of transparency. Primarily focused on the utility, OneCoin chooses to continuously implement more functions and open platforms for owners to trade and use coins, which is growing the market and creating a higher demand for cryptocurrency worldwide. It's user-friendly and open to all. No need for expensive equipment, special or trading knowledge. It's simply for everyone. Education is provided for all members to get empowered and to make well-informed decisions and gain financial literacy. On top of this, OneCoin is now setting a new global standard through its unique integration of the KYC procedure into the actual blockchain, which creates a high level of security and transparency. A powerful procedure that most certainly paves the way to integrate OneCoin as the first cryptocurrency to be part of the global economy. At least that's the goal. OneCoin truly holds the key to help people in emerging countries to take a leap with technology and get instant access to cryptocurrency and banking through cryptocurrency and take advantage of the opportunities in the developed countries. While most cryptocurrencies are based on speculation through public trading, OneCoin has its primary focus on utility, since the value of cryptocurrency is based on supply and demand. The larger the area of utility, the higher the value of the coin. According to the first predictions in 2014, the value of a single OneCoin after 1 year was to reach €5. However, already 10 months later, the price of a single OneCoin exceeded the initial prognosis and hit €5.65. OneCoin is expecting a further increase in value within the next couple of years, based on the constantly growing network of miners, but also because of the numerous companies who want access to the millions of OneCoin owners to promote their services and products, thus expanding the utility area even further. This is not a promise or a guarantee in any way. However, the historical aspect of OneCoin's journey so far makes the future even more exciting, and it can benefit the entire modern society and future generations. So how does one get started? By joining the OneLife network, you get a first-class financial education that will help you become an educated miner. The education packages come in 7 different levels, starting as low as €140 and up to €27,530, offering different modules of education on finance, trading, and cryptocurrency. For each level of education, you receive a fixed amount of promotional tokens. Depending on what package you purchase, you also qualify for 1 or more splits. A split will double your amount of tokens and can therefore be used to generate more coins. Once your tokens have split accordingly, you can submit them to the mining pools with only a few clicks to start mining your OneCoins. The OneLife network also offers very beneficial combinations of the various educational packages. These combinations give you access to automatic mining, so you can join the mining pools instantly without additionally waiting for a split. Besides automatic mining, these strategic combinations can also generate for you additional splits, tokens, and therefore also more OneCoins. Apart from the educational packages, OneLife has introduced its first own physical product available for members to easily access the online market. The One Tablet, a portable smart device that can be used on a daily basis and holds the potential to enhance the learning, trading, and networking business activities of any member of the OneLife network. With the tremendous growth the company has been facing, it has been dedicated not only to give more to its members, but also to give back to society. The One World Foundation is currently active in several countries, where companies and members of the OneLife network continuously donate money to empower and to help children reach their full potential through education and long-term support. Cryptocurrency and this new financial market really holds the potential to create banking for the 2 billion people who do not have access to the banking system today, according to the World Bank. It's one of the most emerging markets today that can plug in the unbanked into the financial system simply by using a phone. It can eliminate the middleman that charge high fees for remittances and cross-border payments, where the average fee is 7.7%, but can reach up to 29%, taking several days as well, and help people secure assets and grow capital in an extremely fast-growing market. What's creating the value of OneCoin? To meet the needs of the public mass market, OneCoin will mine a total of 120 billion coins, and the efficient blockchain is developed to allow extremely fast transactions. A continuously growing network, creating a strong brand in combination with the increasing amount of merchants that want to get access to the millions of OneCoin's owners. Constantly growing areas of utility. These factors create the value of the coins, and when OneCoin goes public, the market is already there, spread out globally, and the increase of value will most probably be a fact. OneCoin is social, global, and easy to access through the OneLife network. Networking and social media today holds a tremendous power to influence that can change pretty much any market. Do you remember Netscape and Yahoo? The search engines that were soon forgotten as the giant Google took over the complete market and introduced a user-friendly and much more sophisticated software. Do you remember MySpace, the social network platform that was soon forgotten as Facebook took over the entire market? Neither of these giants used advertisement as a way of reaching out to people. The growth of these companies was based on trust, results, and the most powerful of all elements, satisfied users and the word of mouth. The same phenomenon that OneCoin is experiencing right now. Now you have a powerful and transparent opportunity in front of you, and you can join the millions of miners, traders, and merchants to mine coins and diversify your portfolio, positioning yourself for the future to come. With this information, you can be in the forefront of this new era, an emerging market that is about to change the global economy. Decision-making is based on information, and you can now make use of the information given to you. So make sure to get your questions answered by the person who showed you this video to get started. And keep in mind that the question is not if cryptocurrency will impact your future economy. It's rather, are you ready for the new economical era emerging upon us? If you are, make sure to join this financial revolution and be part of the fastest growing cryptocurrency in the world. OneCoin.
Предполагам вече сте си припомнили договора, защото сте тук от известно време в проект. Много хора чакаха Light Paper на OneCoin. Това е Light Paper на OneCoin, ако може да разберете правилно. В него е описано и показано абсолютно всичко, което ще се случи в този проект. Аз мога да кажа, че това вече се случи. Остава само да разберем колко ще е следващата цена на монетата. Сега минаваме във втория етап от този проект, използваемостта на тая монета. Сега ще изгледаме още едно видео, с което доктор Ружа представя излизането на търговската платформа. И накрая ще видим трето видео, как се работи с все още съществуващата стара версия. Приятно гледане!
Well, it's a bit difficult to say how it will start because it's never one event or it's always a lot of things. There are two things that will start with. One is cryptocurrency. I was always very, very interested in cryptocurrency, and I was working with McKinsey, and I was doing their very traditional and very big sector, banking and insurance. So Bitcoin somehow popped up and we were discussing it. And if I'm very honest, I did not believe in cryptocurrency. I did not believe in all this concept of digital currency, anonymous transactions and so on. But I still was following Bitcoin. And it got more and more successful and it got more and more interesting. So in 2013, beginning of 2014, I was thinking about cryptocurrency. But I was also thinking a bit how to bring cryptocurrency to the next level, actually. Bitcoin has a lot of good things. It is the pioneer. Without Bitcoin, without their blockchain, without the idea, we all would not be here. But they have several things. One is Bitcoin is not a coin for everyone. It is has its own usages, and it is the right coin for some people, but not for everyone. For example, a lot of people are attracted who are more speculators because the price goes up and down quite a lot. A lot of people who do more transactions are interested, but transactions meaning like a money transfer. So I send from India money to Germany, and a lot of people in the IT sector do this. And the third, I would say, big party who is interested in this was people who are interested for reasons in anonymous transactions. So as much as we all have some need for privacy, and we all do because the world gets more and more transparent, we also need to stick to some rules, unfortunately, or fortunately, we don't know, because there have been so many things happening in the last years after Bitcoin creation, like terrorism and drugs and all these things that are difficult to manage. One of the very successful things that Bitcoin was involved in was this Silk Road merchant platform like eBay, where you could buy things that you cannot buy legally. It was closed and eventually. So Bitcoin had very, very interesting ideas, but it was not a mass market cryptocurrency. And I thought if you simplify cryptocurrency so that everybody understands it, it could actually become something like something like Facebook, something like Uber. Uber is also a very interesting company, which is controversial. You know, they change the way we live, the way we use transportation, and this is changing the world of payments and finance. So cryptocurrency, yes, was very, very clear to me at the end of 2013, maybe beginning of 2014. And then I was thinking how to bring this to the masses. When I started thinking about cryptocurrency, my contacts were more institutional, banking clients, big private equity funds, so people who definitely could get excited about cryptocurrency. For example, Goldman Sachs are also excited about the blockchain and so on, and they can invest in it. But unfortunately, these people do not have real contacts out there, retail people like you and me. So the idea was how to bring a good concept, an interesting concept, out to the people. And there I have a personal friend, his name is Sebastian Greenwood, who has been active in network marketing for quite a while. He was the one actually who suggested, let's do network marketing. And I said, no, let's not. Because exactly when we wanted to start this company, another company, which was quite big, went bankrupt, and a lot of people had lost money, and it was all over the press, the internet, and it was just a lot of bad vibes in the industry. So when we started, he convinced me that network marketing might be exactly the right thing. So we said, let's do network marketing, but let's not sell the cryptocurrency, let's do an education package. There's definitely a lot of need for education, especially also in developing markets on finance, personal finance, and a lot of people who want to be successful but somehow still do not know why and how to do this. So what we did is we created education packages and we attached to them the free mining rights. And we said, okay, if you do the education package, if you're interested in cryptocurrency, do it. Even today, not all of our people mine the coin. Some of them just do the education package. And this is actually how it all started. But when it all started, I remember one of our first events was in Finland, because people got very excited about this actually. I don't know how often I had to explain what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin. And this was actually how it all started, end of 2014. I would say 2015 was the year where we all learned about what is cryptocurrency, what is mining, how does it actually work, so really the basics. 2016 got a bit more sophisticated, a new blockchain, new technology, and now 2017 and 2018, the next two very, very big steps are coming up, the merchants and the coin republic. If you go to websites like CoinMarket or whatever, you will see that there are a lot of cryptocurrency out there. Nobody can say how many actually. It can be 400 or 500, we just don't know. So in my opinion, however, there are maybe 3 or 4 really big ones who are trying to be big, who are trying to find a niche, and who are trying to do some work. Bitcoin for sure is one of the big ones. It is the most liquid cryptocurrency out there. Most people who speak about cryptocurrency trade this coin or do things with this coin. Still, the transaction value is very, very low. So if you look at it, it's probably 3 to 4% of the coins who get transacted per day. And a lot of these transactions are internal transactions. It means I put from my account to another of mine account, just for safety reasons, coins. We have Litecoin. Litecoin is a big coin. It's probably the number 2 out there, but nobody actually uses it, even not in transactions. So what happens is I see new coins coming mainly from the IT sector, popping up, and most of these coins are done because somebody finds out something interesting in the code. So they code something where you can do something on the blockchain or new usages of the blockchain. Ethereum, for example, is actually not a real cryptocurrency. What they try to do is they try to provide a blockchain where other people can use. So I think there's still no coin out there which is targeting the mass market. And I believe this is the case because the community of cryptocurrency is a bit arrogant. Yeah? So they are for sure very knowledgeable people, very smart guys, most of them with very heavy IT background. a lot of them also believing in this theory of, I would not call communism, but we should give something to the public, we should share it all and then see what happens. Nothing bad with this, but if you put something out there and give it for absolutely free to the people, you have no money to invest in infrastructure, you have no money to invest in a brand, and you somehow have to trust it that it will move in the right direction. So for sure they cannot invest in events like we do, they cannot invest in education, they cannot invest in a strategy. So I think what is unique about OneCoin is we target the mass market. So we try to make the cryptocurrency as simple as we can, we try to link it to education, and we try just to be accessible for everyone. Make the mining very simple, make the usage very simple. The second thing that I believe we are unique is that we're very global. So we always try to create a currency that is present on all continents. It is not an easy task because sometimes it is much easier to build one continent. For example, Europe, where people are very sophisticated, where they understand it, or China, where people also like a lot of digital currencies. But still, we believe from the beginning, if we want to be the future of payments, if we want to do transactions, we have to be also in Africa, we have to be in India, we have to be in Latin America. So this is very, very important for us. And the third thing that I believe is very, very important is we are one of the few cryptocurrencies that focus on usage. And I don't mean usage of the blockchain like others, like Ethereum, but I mean usage by people. Because cryptocurrency itself has no real value. It is just an algorithm, it is just a digital number that you have. Unless you put something behind it. Something can be a brand, but something can be also the usability. What we want to do with OneCoin is we would like to be the first choice for merchants. We want to create something like PayPal, saying very, very simply, but in the cryptocurrency way. And we all know how simple PayPal goes. You just press a button and you send from A to B money. For the merchant, it's quite expensive, but it's very simple. You know, you join a big network and you just can take money in from all over the world. I can send money to Australia today if I decide to, and it's very, very simple. So for us, this is also why we did the changes on the blockchain. We decided to make it a very fast blockchain, so it runs every minute. In average, this means that every 30 seconds your transaction gets approved, because you do not, you join like within the block running, and it is as fast as Visa and MasterCard transactions. I believe that this is also something very, very unique. I have not seen any cryptocurrency focusing the strategy on merchants. Most of them are speculator currencies, and whenever you have high volatility, it means the price going up and down very, very quickly and fast. It is bad for you as a merchant. Why? Because you want to take the money that you want. You want to sell a service for €100. So you would like tomorrow to have the €100 too, and not to have €90, 110. Of course, you're happy if you have the 110, but it can go both ways. So as a merchant, you want to be sure you will receive what you advertised as a price, and this happens only if the cryptocurrency does not move too fast, too much. I believe that the network should do nothing else than communicating this, because I'm just making money, I'm just making commission. It can never be just the reason why somebody should join a network. Then you can go, you can sell soap, you can sell whatever is out there, I don't know, beds and things like this. I think understanding cryptocurrency is actually the key, and this is something that I wish for on the events to happen more. I have been unfortunate to some events myself where I was listening for an hour and I had no idea what this company does. So the unique thing about us is education, and then if somebody wishes, the cryptocurrency. Of course, cryptocurrency can change the world, and I believe it will. The question is, will it be tomorrow, will it be in a year, or in 2 years, or in 3? It is unstoppable. It already started. The interesting thing about cryptocurrency is it is so global that it is very difficult even to stop it. So much better than trying to stop cryptocurrency, in my opinion, is to regulate cryptocurrency. just to regulate cryptocurrency as part of the financial landscape. We are not banks, for sure not, but to make some rules for people out there, because today everybody can go and create a cryptocurrency and start collecting money. This is not the way it should be. So what we, for example, do is we already started doing KYC procedures, things that you normally do for opening a bank account. Or if you're a merchant and you want to join us, you still have to provide us with some documents. So we know, what do you sell, what is happening, why is money being transferred. We don't have to, but we do this. So this is one thing with the merchants. It's a lot of freedom of business. For example, for the European market, if you're a small, innovative Swedish company, what can you do? You can develop some cool software, you can do things. Most of us are in the digital network, they are doing interesting things. And then you want to sell it to other markets. It can be Asia, it can be India, it can be everywhere. But China and India are very difficult to sell things to. They do not have the free capital flows that we have. So you might find a Chinese buyer, but it's difficult for you to get a payment. And it's very frustrating because you're a small company, you focus on software, you do not focus on international payments. If you're a big company, you can do this, but you don't have the know-how. Now here, cryptocurrency can help you. Because OneCoin is very strong in China and is very strong, for example, in Europe. So what you can do is you can put your software in our shop that is starting now in next year. You can put up the price, whatever the price is that you would like, and then a transaction between a Chinese buyer and a European buyer can happen like this. Within 1 minute, the transfer is done. So this is something very exciting. For me, this is a bit more freedom of doing business. And the second thing, as you say, is the unbanked. Now, the unbanked, I don't know if you had a look what happened in India. India is a cash economy, so a lot of the poorer people who do not have a bank account for several reasons. Poor people normally do not trust banks. Poor people hoard the money for emergency. Within 4 days, they told them that they need to come and just give the cash that they have only up into a limit, and they needed to exchange it, and the other cash was just void. Now this is a disaster, and this disaster will not hit the rich people. It will hit like very, very small people who have their savings. Cryptocurrency can make a change. Now, you ask me, if a person is so poor he doesn't have a bank account, how will he deal with cryptocurrency? A lot of people have access to phones, so if you manage to link cryptocurrency to a phone, and of course it's already linked to the internet, you can give these people so many more options how to bank with us. So a cryptocurrency provides just another corridor how they can make money movements and how can they join the financial system. But we have to be very, very clear on this. This is probably the most complex part of what we're doing. The merchants, I believe, is quite simple to put together. Then you have to grow the merchant network. You have to be attractive, low cost opportunity, fast, reliable, fine. But the remittances always need a point where cash gets collected. And this is the second part of the strategy, which will come most probably only after we open the coin for everyone. You need to make sure that there are points where you can make the virtual currency real. So where cash can come in, that people have, they can send somewhere and then they can get the cash and go to the supermarket and spend it. It can work, for example, if you get several partners to join. It can be a phone company because you go and pay your phone bill, you can just charge on the phone with the cryptocurrency and buy. It can be a big gas station chain, for example. It can even be a supermarket chain. Like if it's a big chain, they can take cash in for you, they can give cash out. For example, in Germany, a lot of supermarkets started giving cash out with your card. So the same can be done for cryptocurrency. You just need to find a lot of points and a lot of partners, again, a network, where they support the idea of cryptocurrency. And to be honest, I believe that this will happen because banks currently have a monopoly on many things, and they do not treat some of their clients in a good way. So I believe that the second system, a financial system, will be created and somehow will happen. How fast, I cannot tell you, but there's always this tipping point theory. Things start, grow at one point in time. They just reach a point where it just gets inevitable and it just goes out. On the OneLife network, some of their main concerns is this a Ponzi scheme. And when you have a digital product that you cannot touch, like an application package, of course people are more skeptical. So I respect everybody who has questions or who criticize or just wants to talk to us, but what I do not like is when people do not do their homework and do not check what is going on. Now, a Ponzi scheme, we all know what it is. A Ponzi scheme means that new money feeds old money. So I had this Bernie Madoff scandal somewhere, like the guy who's taking investments from the public, promising huge returns and then paying out the returns, not because he was a smart investor, but because he had, taken new money in, and it's one point of time it stopped. When you join the OneLife network, what happens? First of all, we have never made any return promises. Why? Because we're selling the education package. It's up to you if you mine the coin or not. What will happen to the cryptocurrency? We do not know. And this is a very, very clear statement. Cryptocurrency is one of the most risky asset classes out there. Nobody knows what will happen. It can go through the roof, but it also can not go through the roof. So both is possible. But what is important when you speak about a Ponzi schemes, first of all, we give people the opportunity to make money without paying for a position. Every week I have between 300 and 500 people in the network, sometimes even more, who have a non-paid position, a rookie position, and who make commission on them. These people also can earn tokens to go and join the mining. So, of course, it's not a Ponzi scheme if I let you work for free and let you make money, make it for free. I'm paying you, you don't pay me, point one. And the second point, which is very important, as I said, is fresh money feeding old money. Now, why and how am I obliged as a OneLife network to pay you? I'm obliged to pay you only a commission when you earn it. And you earn the commission only by making a sale. So only if you go and you sell a package, I am obliged to pay you. So I do not need to get somebody in my network to meet my obligation. If you all stop selling tomorrow, I don't have any obligations anymore to anyone in paying commission because there's no sales event coming up. And this is very, very important. Whoever is interested, but unfortunately a lot of our critics are not interested in this, can check out also the legal opinions that we have. We have a Swedish legal opinion, we have an English legal opinion, we have a German legal opinion, Italian I think also. All of these jurisdictions are quite strict and have very clear rules. And all of this are saying we are not a Ponzi. Now, one thing that I would like, again, to make sure in the network, I believe that we as a company are very clear on what we do and what we don't. But sometimes some people get overexcited and say things that are simply not correct. So I, again, would like to ask all of our distributors to take education extremely serious. Educate the people that go out there, educate the downline and the distributors so that the information that we provide to new people is correct. Because I believe our company and our product is exciting enough, we don't need to be selling so hard and saying things that are not correct. If you present a project in the right way, if you present the stages that we go through, if your people are encouraged to go through the education, it is much easier for all of us. Because we then understand OneCoin is a cryptocurrency, it needs to go through stages, it is for sure not get rich in 90 days thing, and I really do not want people to market this like this. Sometimes, all this, how we're portrayed by the media, is our own fault. A lot of things that the media write is distributor X said that, and even if distributor X said something wrong, I cannot attack this and I cannot get a lawyer to go against this because he really said this. And this is very frustrating also for us as a company. So again, guys, try and get the right information, educate your downlines, and just make sure that we do the right things out there. So we had 2 very exciting years. We were growing very fast, we were doing very, very good things. We did some adjustments too as a company on the blockchain, things that we just did not know before when we started. For example, the blockchain and the merchants. Now, the best, I think, is yet to come, and the most exciting part is coming now, because now we have to move from just mining the coin into usability of the coin. And the first thing how you can use the coin is moving on with the merchants. 2017, January, February, we launched our own merchant platform. So what does this mean? As a merchant, you can join the platform for free, and you can sell your services or your products, whatever you have. You can sell it in this platform. You have access to over 12 million people there, because we have about 3 million paid accounts and about 9 million free accounts in the system. So this is a lot of people. And the good thing about these people is the paid accounts, these are people who have for sure money and who are interested in buying things online. So you can join as a merchant for free. And for example, I don't know, if you have a flower shop, you can say, okay, this is a voucher for my flower shop, it is worth €100, you can come any day or join me. Groupon, for example, does things like this. However, they force the merchant to do a 50% discount on whatever they sell, so that they're attractive. And the fees that the merchant pays are very high. So in the end of the day, they're only 20% maybe staying with the merchant. What we want to do is, if you're a merchant, you get access to our client base, you can offer services, you can offer your products. However, we want you to take 25% of whatever the price is in coins. Of course, a lot of our network will get excited. Some of them have small businesses, some of them already are exciting merchants about this. So these people can join the network of stores, the network of people, and so on. So we will also incentivize the members to bring in merchants. The liquidity of the coin currently is still low. So this means that you cannot liquidate all of your coins tomorrow before going public. This is why we will give the merchants the option to take up to 75% of the price in cash. If you're a merchant, if you want 100% in coins, you can. Yeah, but if you just want 25% in coins, you also can. However, what we will do as a company, we will pay a BV value on the cash payments. Why do we do this? Because first of all, the more good merchants we get, the better for the coin value. And of course, we want this coin to be very, very successful and to get good merchants. We said, I think in Bangkok we said 10 million users, 1 million merchants, and hopefully one day €25 for the coin value. But I do not want to have 1 million bad merchants. I want to have, even if it's just 100,000 merchants, but really good merchants where people get excited to use them. And I believe that in incentivizing our distributors who attract merchants for the network on the volume that the merchant makes is the right thing to do. Because it's so easy for me to sign up. I can sign up today 100 people, 100 merchants. If their products are too expensive, not attractive, bad quality, no point. So it's again, we trust each other as a network, we want the best for the network, and this is how we want to grow as a network. And of course, it's very nice for you as a merchant, you put the OneCoin sign on your door, I accept OneCoin. People maybe come and ask you, what is OneCoin? I want to know more about it. Then the merchant can go and say, okay, this is an education package. If you want, please have a look. And again, the network wins from this. So 2017, to get back to your question, for me, is the year of the merchants, while 2018 is then the year where the coin has to go public.
казва, че всичко бъде се отнася, не обещава нищо. Няма милионери, няма такива работи, няма коин с обмени и те подобни. И трябва търговци, истински търговци. 100 000 да са, но тя накрая на 10 ще го изволнено да се хората слове. Много е важно, ако успеете да си намерите тези видеа, гледайте ги в къщи, ще видите, че тя наистина е планирала също. Това видео от 2016, тя говори след една година ще има търговска платформа. Значи търговската платформа не е някакво хрумване в последния момент, за да има юзабилити. Тоест работи се по някаква стратегия, инвестира се в стратегия, в план, в вебсайт, окей, първия не може да не ви харесва много. А мен си ми харесва достатъчно много продажби, съм направил и покажа. Така че сайта, от който продавате, не е толкова важен. Въпросът е какво продавате, за да бъдете интересни на пазара. Тук имаме още едно видео, което ще покаже обявяването фактически на стартирането на търговската платформа. Малко или много, аз се присъединих към този проект една седмица преди да излезе търговския сайт DealShaker и бях много добре изненадан, дори като подарък. Общо си, тук моите партньори знаят какво очаках толкова. Не съм очаквал много, само една седмица. Сега ще изгледаме още едно видео. И след това ще преминем към по-интересните неща.
Welcome to the DealShaker, a global meeting hub enabling the sales of goods and services in a combination of OneCoins and cash. You can now
Hello, this is Dr. Ruja. I'm the founder of OneCoin, and today we promised you amazing news. So here it comes. We have been waiting for this day for ages, for 2.5 years since we started the company. We will be switching on Monday, the 16th of January, our merchant platform. Now, OneCoin is not only a cryptocurrency. We have always said that cryptocurrency itself has actually no very, very limited value. Why? Because if you cannot use a cryptocurrency, actually there is no reason why this should have some value. And OneCoin always has strived to become the cryptocurrency with the biggest usability, with the biggest customer base, and the cryptocurrency for the masses. Now what do masses want? What have we always been speaking about? We always spoke about merchants and e-commerce. E-commerce in a globalized world is a very, very hot topic and very, very interesting. We have about 3 million active users. We have 12 million users who are still trying to become part of the OneLife, OneCoin universe. And all these people now can join a huge new e-commerce platform. Now, when we speak about e-commerce, merchants, what is this? This is people who want to sell goods or services to a huge amount of customers. This is the mass market. And you see that this is a very, very different concept than what Bitcoin, for example, does. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency that is not for the masses, which is normally doing transactions. So you send money from A to B. While we, with our unique blockchain, we are actually the ones who want to be the cryptocurrency for the merchants. Our cryptocurrency blockchain goes every 30 seconds, in average. We do every minute a new block, and this means that the approval of the transactions goes very, very fast. Now let me tell you about the merchants, something that excites me personally a lot. You remember our goals that we always had. We want to have 10 million users who are active. We want to have 1 million merchants, and at one point of time we would love to see our coin at 25 euro. Of course, nobody can guarantee what will happen to the coin, to the price, because it's a very volatile market out there. But the more usable, the more popular the coin becomes, the more also its value can increase. So, what is the most popular company out there, or the company who changed the landscape in e-commerce? I'm sure
sure that everybody has heard of Groupon. Groupon offers customers a lot of deals. So if I have a small shop and, for example, I sell ice cream, I can offer a 2-for-1 deal on Groupon. So 2 ice creams cost €10. I can offer 2 ice creams on Groupon for €5 and I can attract customers like this. OneLife, OneCoin actually went together and we are coming up with our own big deal platform. The deal platform you can access under www.DealShaker.com or DealShaker.eu with your normal OneLife credentials, and you can start actually offering deals to the OneCoin and OneLife community. So you have 12 million people who can see your deals, 12 million people who can spend their coins on the deals that you offer. And now, some more details on this. So how do you sign up a merchant? What do you do? The deal platform is for free for everyone. So a merchant, you send him, as you always do on the OneLife site, you either send him a sponsor link, or you sign him up on the tree, so that this person receives his OneLife credentials, and he can go log in the DealShaker, insert his deals, and start actually selling his services. Now, if I'm a merchant and I would like to sell something, let's say, for example, I want to sell phones that are worth €1,000. How do I do this? You will be asked in the DealShaker platform how much of this money you want to charge the customers. So let's say I want to charge €1,000 for a phone. Groupon actually asks you to do 50% discount to the customers. We don't. You can sell your products at the full market price, which is a huge advantage of our platform for the merchants. The only thing that we ask you is that 50% of the price you have to take in coins. You can do, of course, up to 100% in coins, but at least 50% you can take in coins, the other 50% you can take in cash. If you decide you can take 75% in coins and only 25% in cash, it is up to you as a merchant. So I told you it is free for the merchants to join the platform. However, let's say I'm selling the phones and I am selling the phones for €1,000. So half of this price I will charge in OneCoins, but the other €500 I will charge in what? In cash. So whenever I do a sale, we credit €500 to the cash account of the merchant. Out of this money, we are doing now currently special promotion. 25% of the money go to the company as a fee. Here again, we're doing something very, very kind for the merchants. Groupon charges them and other platforms charge them about 50%. So it's much, much cheaper for a merchant to sell his goods on the DealShaker platform. For 2 reasons. First of all, he or she can sell the product at full price. And second, he gets OneCoins, who might rise in value, we never know. And also, he's paying a much lower fee to the company for the sale. So, why should you guys bring merchants inside? As you all know, we are a network marketing company. So on the sales of the merchants, you will receive BVs. We will explain in the back office how many BVs you will receive, but on the cash part of the merchants, we will pay out as a company BVs for everybody who brought a merchant. So what happens if you bring an amazing merchant who offers attractive products to the network, who does a lot of sales every month? You created yourself a passive income, because every week when this merchant does sales, you will receive BVs on the sales he or she is doing. And I think this is something amazing for you guys, and this is something that will help us strengthen our network and deployment. All of the merchants will receive a position in the tree, which means that they themselves can go and sponsor other people, and if they decide, also can offer the OneLife Classic education package to other people. So all of them can put a OneCoin sticker on their walls and say, we are taking OneCoin. Now just imagine you're a merchant and have this sign. People come and ask, oh, what is OneCoin? What is OneLife? I would like to learn more about cryptocurrency. So also merchants can go and become an active part of our network and distribute the OneLife education packages. As we all know, currently the only way to receive OneCoins is actually only through the education packages in the free tokens. So on the commission side, as I said, you can find details in the back office very, very soon. But what I'm telling you is, the more active the merchant, the more attractive its product for the network, the better for us. We have said that we would like to attract 1 million merchants, and I think we can. I'll just give you an example on Groupon. Groupon is one of the biggest companies in e-commerce out there. They were one of the most innovative customer company out there. In the high times, they had a valuation of above 10 billion euro. How many merchants do you think Groupon have? 1 million. So I think we can be bigger than them. We're over 5 continents. We have an active user base of 3 million people. And I think if every one of you brings 2 or 3 merchants, we already will be so much bigger than Groupon and all of the other e-commerce people. I wish you all a lot of success with this. I hope that you're so excited as we are actually. And I want to see you all on the DealShaker platform. We start inputting new deals on the 15th of January. And when we have collected some deals on the 16th of February, all of you can start spending coins on the most exciting deals that you see. Thank you very much.
Това е DealShaker. Това се иска от нас, не се иска само от мене, защото аз в момента съм зърнчек. Съм се строил още това на трена търговци.
Ние вярваме тебе.
Че всички вярват и програма. Тя не слиза от небето, ами дава ни продукта, от нас зависи как ще го развием от там нататък. Колко от вас имат регистрирани търговски акаунти в DealShaker? Една черва. 100 човека 20. Колко са продали нещо в DealShaker? Че всичките са моите. Значи, господин Маримчев и доктора. Другия доктор, истинския доктор. Аз съм набеден доктор. Вижте сега, значи нещата стават взаимно. Това, което всъщност е логото на фирмата Together. Няма как сам да воювате или сама да воювате с уебсайта, с обявите, с спецификата на търговията. Когато аз влязох в този проект, влязох да си продавам къщите. Няма те беше?